Yeah, hi. My name's Paul Southey. I'm a passionate fly fisherman. I used to be into coarse fishing quite a lot, and then as I managed to retire, I decided I wanted to have a go at fly fishing. And I was amazed that there was a water so close to me, like this, which is just fantastic for people like us to fly fish. I think the issue with water is that it's such a premium these days. Trying to get access to water is awfully difficult. I think that the more facilities like this are potentially made available to people like us from a recreational point of view, the better. I mean, this is used phenomenally for fly fishing, coarse fishing, and also for sailing, windsurfing, so it's used extensively all the time. I've been to one or two reservoirs, and generally they tend to be used for recreational purposes, and I think the more of them the better, really. Well, I think the biggest problem that we have, certainly from the river perspective, is extraction, and it tends, you can see here on the reservoir, the levels are really low here, and that means that because there's so much extraction going on, we can't actually put water in here, so the level goes lower and lower, which is not good obviously for the environment in terms of not having water available to supply, but equally it means that the wildlife suffers as a consequence of it as well. The fishing tends to get slightly worse as the water level goes down, but yeah, I mean, those are the sort of things that I would think that we need to be cautious of, is minimising extraction levels in rivers to ensure that we can maintain the levels in the reservoirs as well. So I do see water companies as part of my community for lots of reasons. One is this, that obviously we all have to have water, and therefore it has to be controlled in some way, and water authorities to me would seem to be the logical way of doing it. What we have, I'll give you an example, in my village of Ludgershall, which is not that far away from here, and they've been out fixing leaks quite regularly now over a long period of time. To the point where we've had supplies of water being offered to us in big containers, you know, to keep us going for a couple of days, because I think that's probably where a lot of money needs to be spent, is fixing the old infrastructure and minimising the amount of water that is actually lost. And if we minimise the amount of water that's lost, hopefully we don't lose water from the reservoirs. If we don't lose water from the reservoirs, I get more opportunity to go fishing. Shareholders, more often than not, I suspect. I mean, that's what it's all about these days. It's all about money, isn't it? I mean, I'm not one for nationalisation, but at the same time, you know, there are arguments that the infrastructure of I know from my experience, my knowledge is that you take over a very old infrastructure. I mean, most of the pipes were put down in Victorian times, so we know that there's a real issue there with that, and water companies have therefore got to spend the money in terms of that, of rectifying all of those issues, but at the same time they have to put the money into it, and I think that the potential limitations are, as I see it, that they still have to be offering profits to shareholders as well. Now, what you do about that, I've got no idea. The environment is a key issue. It's a key issue. It's a key issue with respect to what I do from a recreational point of view in terms of fishing. It's a key issue with respect to people who go fishing on the rivers as well. We all know the problems that the rivers have had with chemicals, etc., that are coming in from the farming. The farming, of course, is important because we have to grow crops. So it's a vicious circle, but somehow we have to get some balance. Some semblance of understanding that there's only a limit to what you can actually do. How you come up with those solutions is not for me. I can only see the problems as I see them. But that's certainly the areas that one has to concern oneself with, is farming, is chemicals getting into the rivers, pollution getting into the rivers, because they all have an adverse effect here as well. Yeah.